Hello, lovelies. Welcome once again to the Voice of the Vulnerable show. On this show, we talk about the risk, the needs, and the vulnerability of the vulnerable people and how we can protect them in a society. On this edition, we are talking about visual impairments. We are talking about the needs of the visually impaired persons. We are talking about their risk. We are talking about their vulnerability, as well as some of the interventions and how we can protect them in the society. My name is Helena Okran, a level 400 student in the University of Ghana, offering social work. Enjoy.
Visual impairment is a form of disability. So, what then is disability?
Disability is any condition of the mind or body that makes it difficult for an individual to participate in the community.
It's also a condition that limits an individual in a society to function well.
There are various types of disabilities such as physical disability, hearing impairment, and visual impairment.
Also, we have other types like cerebral palsy and autism.
Talking about disability, our focus is on visual impairments. What then is visual impairment? Visual impairment is any condition that affects an individual's sight and prevents them from seeing. It could be total or partial.
So in terms of statistics, globally, according to the World Health Organization, we have about 16% of persons living with disability. Now, when we come back to Ghana, our population and housing census records that we have 8% of persons living with disability. Now, out of the 8% of persons living with disability here in Ghana, we have about 227,920 persons with visual impairment.
When dealing with people in need of protection, we focus on their needs, their risks, and their protection. I am talking about the needs of visually impaired persons, and I'm going to use the Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Physiological needs under the Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Visually impaired persons need financial support. They need health care as well, proper health care as well. Love and belonging needs. These people, visually impaired persons, need love. They need love to function well in the society. They need us to bring them closer to us for them to function well. Loving them will make them smile and be happy in the society. Talking about safety needs. These people are prone, they can get into danger at any time. Therefore, we have to be with them, guide them, and prevent them from falling into danger. They can easily fall because they cannot see, they have problems in their sight. When it comes to the University of Ghana like this, we have people who volunteer, taking them from their halls to their lecture rooms and from their lecture rooms to their halls to prevent them from getting into danger, such as crossing the road, for them to be knocked down by a car or falling into a pit. Also, when we talk about the self-esteem needs, when we love them and when we bring them closer to us, they will feel confident to partake in every activity in the society. Thereby, we have to make them feel a part of the society. One person spoke about involving them in class activities. He said, when we involve them in class activities, they feel overwhelmed, they feel a part of the society. Therefore, it boosts their confidence level.
So some of the risks visually impaired persons face are mobility and discrimination.
Mobility deals with movement, how the environment is unfriendly to persons with disability, especially the visually impaired. An example is when they try to board a public transport. They find it very difficult to get access into the transport due to their physical disabilities. Discrimination talks about stigmatization, how visually impaired persons are being stigmatized in societies and in communities. Stigmatization makes them feel alone in societies. They normally exclude themselves from social gatherings or meetings.
So in protecting persons with disability here in Ghana, we have the Persons with Disability Act, Act 715. The Act has a legal framework that protects and promotes the right and then the well-being of persons with disability. The Act has some provisions, key provisions that helps in the protection of persons with disability. Some of the key provisions of the Act are non-discrimination. The Act ensures that persons living with disability have equal rights in society. We also have the education. The Act ensures that persons living with disability are given equal opportunity to educate themselves to their full potential. Then we have accessibility. The Act also ensures that public facilities and buildings are made very accessible to persons living with disability.
With me is Jacob, who is a level 400 student in the University of Ghana offering social work. He is a visually impaired person. He would help us elaborate more on the needs, the risk, as well as how we can protect visually impaired persons in the society. Tell us some of the needs you have, the risk, and how we can protect you in the society.
Okay, so in brief, thank you so much. In brief, what I will say about the needs, we have love and belongingness. So people living with visual impairment, especially, need the love, support, and care from our immediate environs, like the family, peers, society at large, for us to function well in society. So with a safety and security needs, we need assistance, aid from people like peers and those stuff to help us because we can do things on our own like that. Yeah. So with your assistance and help, it's really help us to function well. And security, if we have the family there playing the defense, protecting us from such certain harmful activities and stuff. It's cool for us. So apart from that, there's self-esteem need. So naturally, if you are being shown love and support, yeah, naturally your self-esteem, like, it rises. Yeah, you get that confidence to do whatever you want because you feel part of the society. You don't feel underrated. Yes, that's what I can say. So to the risk, I would say our major problem or major challenge is the discrimination. I would say discrimination because people seem to be ignorant about disability, persons living with disability. So anytime they come in contact with that, the first thing is to underrate or discriminate against you, stigmatize, and that one is due to our culture, practices and beliefs. Yes. So secondly, I would say we have the unemployment. We have educated persons living with disability, visually impaired, who are educated, but employers don't want to employ them because they feel they can't make any impact when they are being employed. Yes. So it's a major problem right now. And we also have assessing getting accessibility to information. So that one is our major source of information was then it was radio, but right now the world is evolving and we are in the technological world. No one has the ability to purchase phone since we are in the social media era. So due to that, information is they are being denied or they are lacking in terms of information. Yes.
Can we move on to the interventions? What are some of them?
Okay, so some of the interventions is like government has this thing, common fund, supporting persons living with visual impairment or disability in general. So now we have the educational fund, like it helps you if you are schooling. It helps you in you pay your fees, then you do stuff. If you are not also schooling, we give you a capital to establish yourself. Yes, so these are some of the interventions, and individuals are also trying. So benevolent individuals are also trying to support. Yeah. So,
Sorry, please finish.
Don't worry. I think as social workers, what we need to do is advocate the advocacy. We need to educate people more on disability. Tell them more because I believe disability is not a problem, but ignorance does. They get it because we are ignorant about certain things. You think we are not needed. So when the public education goes down well to the society, the people in the society, I think it will help change certain mindset. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for enlightening us. And I also know that there's the Disability Act that protects the visually impaired persons in the society, but I don't know how well it is practiced. So I think as social workers, we have to educate, like you said earlier, and then we have to, as policymakers also, we have to intensify those policies that protect the visually impaired persons, and then make sure that the laws that protect them are really working in our society. Thank you very much, Jacob, for enlightening us. I know that disability is not inability. I know visually impaired persons have a lot of talent. So we want to know, what is your talent?
If I'm a musician, yeah, that's what I can do best in music. Yes.
That's nice. Can you give us a freestyle?
Okay. So per the discussion, let me do the song.
Okay.
Like, I need you in my soul. Never wait for me to become a hero. Before you start to smile and follow. Cause nobody knows tomorrow. Street life no be easy. And the family self craft forget we. Nobody wish to befriend me. And I don't know why all these girls wanna stress me. Oh, be magic. We dey cry each and every day. No happiness for us, so always sharing tears in a sleep night. Show we love, it's a show we love. Show we love, nigga, show we love. Never underrate you, show we love. To we be able, show we love, it's a show we love. Show we love, nigga, show we love. Never underrate you, show we love. To we be able, show we love. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. That's amazing. I love the voice. The voice is so powerful. We have to show you love. Thank you for the message in that song.
Sure.
Please, can you share, do you have a social media handle?
Yeah,
Can
so Sheishika is my showbiz name, and Sheishika is SHEISHEIKER on all social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You can follow, then we are good to go.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're
guys.
welcome.
Follow Sheshika on all social media handles, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Follow him. This brings us to the end of today's edition, the Voice of the Vulnerable show, the visually impaired edition. I hope you enjoyed this show. Thank you.